Hey now, CarlTheMadman here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. It's July 7th, Tuesday, 2026, and heading out on a wee adventure, telling a story. Let's get cracking. Whew, it's hot in here. The Kemball building. Why is it called the Kemball building? Well, it's called the Kemball building because of a forgotten World War I hero, Henry Kemball. There's a bunch of renovations going on here, and the archives are closed because of that as well. But Lieutenant Colonel Arnold Henry Grant Kemball was born in 1861 in India to a British military family. Henry Kemball spent 32 years in the British Indian Army, retired as a colonel, and moved here to Kaslo, Shutty Bench to be exact, and started homesteading with his family. Let's go see what we can see up in Shutty Bench. So a few kilometers out of town, there is Shutty Bench. So I'm here in Shutty Bench now, driving down along the front, the shoreline here. We're looking for a place, going to launch mooning and see what we can see. So after retiring from the British military, after 32 years of service as a colonel, his wife and two daughters moved here to Shutty Bench. They bought the land sight unseen for a fruit ranch. It was tough pioneer stuff, sleeping in shacks, clearing land by hand and with horses, cooking on a kerosene tin stove, dealing with rocks, brush, and no water at first. They built a house, raised pigs and chickens, planted cherries and apples. Fast forward to 1914. War breaks out in Europe. Kemball's in his mid-50s. Most guys at that age would stay home. But he volunteers for the Canadian Army. He gets command of the 54th Kootenay Battalion. All local boys. Loggers, miners, farmers from all over the Kootenays. They trained in Vernon, shipped out, and ended up in France with the 4th Canadian Division. Then came March 1st, 1917, just before the big Vimy Ridge battle. The 54th was part of a large trench raid. About 400 of their men went over with gas canisters instead of the usual artillery prep. Kemball didn't like the plan. He thought it was too risky and he tried to get it delayed. But orders were orders. Instead of staying safe in the rear like a commander could, he defied standing orders and led 2 companies right up front with his boys. The raid turned into a nightmare. Bad visibility, gas blowing around, uncut wire, and heavy German machine gun fire. Kemball was killed while trying to find a gap in the wire to get his men reoriented. Over 200 guys from the 54th became casualties in just minutes. It was one of the costliest raids before Vimy. Kemball wasn't some distant general. He was one of us. A guy who cleared land on our lake, raised a family here, and went back to war at an age when most were done. He led from the front, just like the Kootenay boys he commanded. That's the kind of quiet strength and integrity we can all respect. Heading back into Kaslo now. Show you one more plaque. And I'm hoping you're enjoying this little trip down history lane today. Kaslo's ties to Vimy Ridge, World War I, the Kootenay Battalion. Alright, I know I've shown you this before, but here we are right there. All the men from Kaslo from the Kootenay Battalion who died at World War I. There he is right there. Kemball. Alright, let's go down to Vimy Park. Vimy Park, yeah, it's named after Vimy Ridge. There's another plaque down there. Alright, down here at Vimy Park now. Stopped and grabbed Byla the bonkers. She's chomping at the bit to go for her walk, but wanted to come down here, show you one more placard. One more dedication to all those who fell at Vimy Ridge, Vimy Park. Dedicated to the valiant Canadians who fought at Vimy Ridge, France, 1917. 54th Battalion, Kootenay Battalion. I feel it's important to document some of this old stuff because it seems like nowadays more and more history is being forgotten, rewritten in some cases, statues being taken down, names changing. It's like some things we should never forget, and Henry Kemball is one of them that we should never forget. Anyways, Byla, let's go for a walk, buddy. Scared the sky rats, Byla. Okay, Byla, we're heading back to the car. Back through Vimy Park to the car. Loop almost completed. All right, short and sweet today. If you liked today's vlog, give it a thumbs up, give it a share. Let me know what's your thoughts on, I don't know, whatever you wanna. What if you want to talk about today's vlog and Vimy Ridge and whatever? I'm here. Anyways, have a great day. Hey.